This shit feel like ain't seven. Put lines on through my essence. Wake up in the morning, count my blessings. Feel like heaven. This shit feel like ain't seven.
Welcome to the Money Down, the Believe Network, presented by FanDuel. Back again with another episode. Appreciate y'all tuning in and tapping in with us once again. I think first things first, man, definitely have to say rest in peace to Rondale Moore, who recently took his life the other day. Definitely, sad news is always tough when you hear about any person, young person at that, only 25 years old, taking his own life. Currently was still in the NFL, was pretty sure he was on IR for the Vikings this year. I know he battled, through some season-ending injuries over the last several seasons. Not even to say that that was the reason for anything. You never know what somebody is necessarily going through in their personal life. As men, as women, even as kids, man, people carry a lot of weight, on their own. And some people, you never really know what's going on in their mind. I think it's just always a constant reminder to check in on your people as much as possible. Like I said, they may not ever bring up certain topics to you, but I think as long as we all at least try to check in to see if we can possibly get that information, be that safe space for someone to share, how possibly they're truly feeling. I mean, you just never know, man. Life is very fragile. It's very fragile. Like I said, you'll never know probably exactly what he was ever dealing with. See a lot of heartfelt messages from obviously players, some of his former teammates, former friends. It seemed like he was a very upbeat person. Like everybody enjoyed being around him. It's like it happens quite often to where some of the happiest people in this world, where you think, nothing truly phases them. Sometimes those are the people who are dealing with the most. So I don't know what's y'all thoughts on the whole situation.
Yeah, I think what you said, man, like obviously great dude, right? I know the clip of, J.J. Watt talking to him and the relationship that they had when he was out in AZ just shows how player he was. But I seen A.J. Green post something, I want to say either earlier today or today. And I think anybody who know AJ, right, like not a real big social media guy, real laid back, and just to see the message that he talked about with Rondale, kind of to me just spoke on like, just us not only checking in, because I know they had, he said like they had daily FaceTime messages, they had daily, talks. I just think it's just, when we going forward in life, man, we really gotta, I want to say, just be easy on people. Because again, right, whatever it is that he was battling, obviously we know it was some season-ending injuries where I'm sure that at some point, right, I won't say you get tired of hearing you're going to bounce back, but like sometimes you go through things where you hear so much of it, like, man, you're going to shake back. And, you probably see it as like it's not going out how the results is not coming how you planned it. And man, we just not only got to check in on each other, but, I think us as athletes, the NFL, college, even just playing football has programmed us so much to hit the highest of the highs with football, but understand, right, like it's going to be some point where we do, I want to say, take a little fall, and we have to be there for each other, and not only not judge, but in the same time offer each other the support, man, because again, we've all went through our highs with football, and then we've also at some point hit a wall, whether that's been, you play 5 years in the league or in football, or you play 1 year, or you play after college, like however it is. We just got to understand that, man, we all just like truly got to be there for each other. I've been seeing a lot of NFL players talk about, saying being there for, one another, but actually like really, it's always check in on your peoples once something like this happen, when that needs to be a reoccurring and daily thing with the guys that you are extremely close with. So extremely unfortunate situation. I will say this. I am, in my time of playing football, I'm always fans of players, but Rondale I was truly a fan. Like I remember, I want to say it was either my my second year removed from Wisconsin, but like I vividly remember watching that Purdue versus Ohio State game.
Ohio State, yeah.
Crazy.
And he won this game by himself, right? And you hear about football being the ultimate team sport, which it is, right? You need so much to go right with other players, but there's very rare moments where it's one player that have just their fingerprint all over the game. And we know how hard it is to beat Ohio State. I mean, you guys have beaten them. I've never beat them in my career. You got a lot got to go right. And he had his fingerprint all over that game. So, man, just sad moment. Just extremely sad. But again, I hope that the league and also us as former players and current players can continue to learn from these situations, because it's been happening a lot lately, and I can't say that I want to say it has to stop, but we just have to figure out how we can kind of get a grasp on this whole, awareness and situation around what's been taking place.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, don't want to say too much. I think y'all have said everything that needs to be said. I just, obviously, like you guys said, check on your peoples, right? You have a great guy. You got a great football player, for one, that we've all seen and have watched time and time again. And, but even better than that, from what his teammates have said and other people have said, someone with great character too. So, sometimes, we can assume, that people are fine, right? And you never know what they're going through. So definitely got to check on your peoples and don't be afraid to ask questions. And then, on the other end of that, for anybody that is struggling or going through something and it's difficult, right? Don't be afraid to ask for help, because there's people out here that care about you and, that want to know what's going on in your life. And, I know I've had my struggles, and sometimes sometimes I can get in my pride and don't want to ask for help, feel like I can take care of it all myself. And, that's when I find out the most that I need the most help at that time. So, we got to learn when to ask for help, and then also, when to check on people. It's two sides.
Yeah, most definitely. And I, definitely whenever, we lose somebody like this, you definitely try to look back on, as So did, on some of the positive things that, those bright stories about them, obviously, like his performance against Ohio State and things of that nature, because he brought a lot of joy to a lot of fan bases, especially people at Purdue. Like I said, I think he brought a lot of great memories to his friends, his family. Definitely give my condolences to them. It's never easy, especially as a parent having to bury your son and things of that nature. So it's hard, man. It seems like it's been a repeat thing with NFL players. I mean, current ones at that. Is not even just former players anymore. It's guys that are currently in it. It's always hard to see. Don't really have any words for it. I will say, when it comes to like the injury space, man, I think that's where like the emphasis needs to be. It's lonely when you're somebody who gets hurt consistently. It's a lonely space. I mean, I was fortunate throughout my career to not have to deal with that. I had a season-ending injury where that was the only time I really ever had to deal with that. It's a lonely space, man. You feel like you're kind of exiled from the team a little bit. I mean, you're there with the trainers a lot, but at the end of the day, you're doing a lot of stuff on your own, man. And when it happens over and over and over again, I definitely, like I said, not saying that's the reason that any of this happened, but it can take a toll on you mentally, physically, and everything. So I think that's a space where NFL could definitely step in a little bit more and be there, for the current players and former players too. But there's a lot on your mind, because obviously guys have to provide for their families. They want to get paid for themselves, provide for themselves. And there's a lot of weight that dudes carry that, they'll probably never really express the stress and everything that's going on. But, definitely rest in peace to Rondale Moore. Like I said, this is always a time to reflect and kind of see where we are as people, as ourselves, checking on our families and everything like that. And, just kind of hit that reset button and kind of go from there. Kind of go on to a different topic, man. Kyle Pitts, one of his former teammates for the Atlanta Falcons, he got franchise tagged. I know that was a player who hoping the Patriots will be very interested in if he hit the free agent market. Obviously, new head coach Kevin Stefanski and company, they obviously see the importance of keeping him a part of it because you saw the flashes. I mean, you've seen it throughout his career, but especially this past season, you saw the real potential that's there, and to keep him there with, the Drake Londons, with the Bijan Robinsons, you keep like this young core together for Michael Penix or whoever the quarterback is this upcoming season. I think they're doing the right things. There's a lot of young talent in that building. You keep, one of your premier players, see if he can, stack off what he did last year, have him for 1 year. If he starts, to ball out, halfway through the year, then maybe they give him that extension at some point, or they possibly might do it this offseason. You see that a ton of times where guys get franchise tagged, and a few weeks later they get the long-term extension. So shout out to him. I definitely want to see him continue to do what he was kind of expected to do, once he got in the NFL, because he's like one of those one-on-one type players.
He's on tight end.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what y'all thoughts on him.
I mean, just me being a Falcon fan, I know kind of how the whole like circle around, players getting franchise tag. As a fan, I'm happy because at least it gives us that 1 year to have him. I do think he's going to be a player that's going to earn that, that long-term deal, especially just piggybacking off the year he had last year. And then also, too, just knowing, right, the game of football is constantly changing, right? It seems like you go through spurts where it's like the running back is the most, I won't say most important player, but right, like the running back is the player that, at these 2-3 years going to be hot. Then you have the receiver group where it's like, all right, you gotta have a strong 2-core receiver, where it just seems like now, right, that tight end position is really that star position where, especially when you got a young quarterback with a young running back who is, in my opinion, right, top 1, top 2, however you want to look at it, you need that go-to guy. And although we do have those pieces, Kyle Pitts he's gonna be that mismatch, because do you put a safety on him? If you put a corner on him, he's too small, right? So Kyle Pitts is gonna be that star piece for us, and I just want to continue to keep developing and growing, man. I'm sure, with the recent events of, his former teammate and somebody that was close with him, that's going to make him dig a little deep and get in that bag, right? And, he got a reason to go, not saying that he hasn't had a reason to go out there and dominate, but now you got somebody that was real close to you that that you don't have those conversations with, that can kind of put you in a little space where it's like, I got to do it from a dog. So, I'm extremely excited to see how he plays this year. And then also, right, we got to figure out the quarterback situation. Whoever the quarterback going to be, I'm assuming Michael Penix, just because of, the first round and all this stuff like that and the drama that was behind that. Michael got to, lean on KP in those situations. And, I think we'll have a really good team for this year coming up.
It's definitely going to be interesting, man.
For sure.
Yeah, the Falcons, like I said, y'all got a good core, man. Okay.
But we always be in this position.
The pieces there. The pieces there for sure.
Boys, like we always a team that just in my years of being a fan, I mean, going back to 2004 when we made it to the NFC Championship, right? We had Michael, it was DVD. We had Dunn, Vic, and Duncan, right? Like we had Algie Crumpler, right? On defense. We had D'Angelo Hall. Like we always have had these teams where it's like, I mean, shoot, we go to the year, y'all play them in the Super Bowl. Like on paper, they look great. I mean, Julio Jones was Julio. Matt Ryan was the MVP. We had a 2-headed monster at running back. Like we always
Freeman, Tevin Coleman.
Like we always put these rosters together. And it's like we can't finish. So this, in my opinion, as a fan, is one of those rosters where it's like, bro, you should at least be making the playoffs and at least stressing some teams out as far as like, damn, we got Atlanta this week. We got to stop. Yeah. We got to deal with Bijan. We got to deal with, Drake London. We got to deal with KP. And it's like, we not getting there. So hopefully, Stefanski can come in and bring that offensive mindset. I mean, he had some years in Cleveland where, they look, I want to say a couple years ago, there was a game out of the Super Bowl.
With Joe Flacco. With Joe Flacco.
Like they done had some little runs. Even with Baker, I want to say, They had, they had
like one real solid year in there where they made the playoffs. And,
man, I just hope they figure it out, man. I'm tired. I'm close to jumping ship.
Come on, man. Come on with it.
I'm close to jumping ship, y'all.
I just said, come on with it.
This man, we know what you talking about. You ain't got to spend coat.
That's not what I'm saying, bro. We would accept you, but that's not what I was saying.
This man here, boy, can't help it.
Coach Jimmy now up with Bills Mafia. We got room for you, Soj.
Yeah,
yeah, that's facts.
Yeah. I gotta call Jimmy, man.
Y'all gotta win something.
Terrence James in there too. He the D-line coach.
Yeah. Oh yeah, J-Mo there too. Yeah,
y'all played with J-Mo?
Nah. He was a GA. He was a GA.
Okay.
He was playing. So he might have left by the time you got there, maybe.
Yeah, he was gone by then.
He's gone.
He was on there for like a year or two.
I met him once or twice, but I didn't get a chance to. He was gone.
He been around a little bit too. He a good coach.
Yeah, he real good coach, man. I'm happy for him to see him.
He was at Air Force for a little bit. He was at U of I. Where was he at? FAU.
He was at OU. Am I tripping?
I don't think it was Alabama.
No, I don't think so. But coaches be all over those. You never know, man. Kind of speaking along those same lines, we got NFL Combine. I mean, it's crazy. It's already snuck up on us. I forgot it. It starts towards the end of this week. You already see some of the news. Fernando Mendoza, he's not throwing at the Combine. That's kind of like the new trend now for the majority of the, quote unquote, predicted number one overall picks. Yeah, I mean, you don't need to. You don't need to. I mean, Combine is just a show at the end of the day. It can help you and it can hurt you all at the same time. So if you're predicted to be number one overall pick, why would you go to the Combine? It ain't gonna do nothing but hurt me at the end of the day if I go out there and stink it up. But I don't know if there's any guy that you guys are looking forward to, kind of watch at the Combine, see what they run. See how they test, jump, and all that stuff. You had guys last year like the Nick Eamon-Warrior who, he killed the Combine, then tore it up his first year in the league, ends up getting a Super Bowl with the, Seattle Seahawks. So I know for me, I'm looking forward to a little jitterbug out of USC, Makai Lemon. I'm looking forward to how he performs at the Combine. Coaching at Illinois this past year, we played against him, and he cut us up now. Like, I wasn't exactly sure, because I was big on the other guy, Jacoby Lane. He was banged up when we played on their big number 8 receiver because he lit up Wisconsin 2 years ago when Wisconsin played him. So
crazy.
Yeah, so he was banged up against us. So it was the Makai Lemon show. And this dude, I'm talking about this dude like lightning in a bottle, like contact balance, catching a rock, running routes. Like, I wasn't sure what to expect from him, but he's a gamer. I'm not sure where he gets drafted in this year's draft, but like, he's one of those guys. This is kind of a receiver year where I don't think it's probably like that, like top heavy or anything like that. So if he go out there run a 4.3 or jump a 40-inch vertical and run a 6 something in the three cone, like, he very well could be a first round pick. He's not the biggest dude, but he's got that type of talent to where you go to the right offense. He's like not saying he's as fast as Tyreek Hill, but he has those type of capabilities where you just get this dude the ball, he gonna make something happen. So I don't know if there's anybody else that y'all looking forward to watch at the Combine.
No.
You ain't got nobody warm. You ain't got no D lineman, no nothing, no linebackers, no running backs. I
mean D line for sure. Like, I mean, technically he's not a D lineman, but I mean, I'm interested to see Ruben Bain just to see the numbers he put up. I mean, he had a crazy year. Watching TJ Parker in the Super Bowl, I think he's going to be a really good edge, 4-3 defensive end. Seeing the numbers he puts up, man, I'm trying to think. Is Peter Woods in the draft or in the Combine this year as a defensive lineman?
It'd be so crazy.
I think he is with Clemson. He's a good one to watch. I'm trying to think.
I know I'm interested in seeing dude from Texas Tech, the linebacker, Rodriguez. That boy,
Rodriguez,
that boy's a beast, man. I want to see what because I didn't really get to watch him
around too.
Throughout the year, so I want to see how he moves around, see what his numbers look like. Because I mean, dude is a ball hawk. I mean, every week, dude getting an interception, forced fumble, or something. So to me, that's that's kind of like natural born talent. So if he has a pretty good combine, I mean, I know he's at the Senior Bowl, did pretty well. That could be, I mean, he could be a first round, second round pick. But that's that combine stuff. I mean, like I said, it is a show. It's a big show. I mean, if you got a big name, typically your numbers end up being pretty good. Something that's how it works for the most part.
You know what? I think because we need it, I would love to see how Caleb Downs runs, bro, because I think he could be a good pickup for us in the first round. I think getting a safety would be nice. And then I think if I'm also thinking about DB, probably Avion Terrell, seeing how he moves around, how he runs too, because I think the combine's going to be big from him from a 40 standpoint as well. So, I mean, honestly, I think I know you talked about if you're number one projected overall, like you don't really need. I don't think if you top 10, I don't think you really need to do it. But that's just me.
Yeah,
that's just me.
It's all projections, though. I mean,
it's all projections. It's all projections. I mean, it's like it's one of those things of like it's guys you look forward to seeing, but it's one of those things of like the combine don't really show what you can do on the field, so it's hard to say. Oh, I'm excited to see this guy do this and this. I'm excited to see who puts up the numbers on bench press, but things like that. But that stuff don't translate. when that whistle blowing, you got that hand in the ground, but a whole different ball game compared to the combine. So, like I said, it's cool to see the guys move around and do some of the drills and things like that, but. I'm trying to see who come out in the season when the season starts.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that's what's hurt the combine so much these days, man. It's just become so much of a show, right? And like, I just know for like myself, you guys, right? When we were kids, it was like a dream to get to that moment, right? To get to the combine. So it's like you wanted to perform in, those like that type of event if you got that invitation. I think now you're starting to see so many players not, throw or not run for certain because it can hurt you so much. And I'm not saying that it didn't hurt players back then, but it just seems like you go in and it's the emphasis on like, all right, this player has to run this for them to be able to sneak into the first round. And it's like, bro, cut the damn tape on.
What changed? Yeah, like that.
Tape on. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, I've been seeing with Ruben Bain, right? Like he's gonna be a top 5 pick or whatever. Easy, no matter what happens. But like I'm seeing, first of all, the nerds of like Twitter break down. Oh, his arms is too short, so he's not gonna be able to play in this technique,
bro.
What,
bro?
He been doing it against the same
bro. These are the same people. These are the same people that ain't never played a down of football in their life, bro. I be hating that, and then these NFL analysts when they do like people's like combine profiles and all that stuff. Oh, his hand size ain't big enough.
Hand size, like, bro,
he's weak at the point of contact. Boy, did you see him like? No, did he swallow up centers all year? No, did
the whole year destroying people. And now all of a sudden, now it's combine.
What that Russell Westbrook saying? What are you tripping?
Yeah, so that be throwing me a little bit. But as far as a player I look for, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm looking forward to D'Angelo Pons out of
I forgot about him.
IU from Indiana, right? Smaller stature guy. You know what they're gonna try and kill him on, which is his size, 5'9", whatever. But it's like, damn, if I cut the tape on this whole year, I don't care if you're talking about from Oregon to Ohio State, against Bama. National championship, like making plays, right? So that always gets me right? You have a guy like that who, I mean, you could say what you want, maybe didn't play for, I don't know how these days we judge corners on whether they're a first round talent or not, but in my opinion, played like one of the best corners in college football.
Number one.
You know what I'm saying? We gonna judge him off of his size. So it's just, but that's somebody I'm really looking forward to. I know he's gonna have a day when it's his turn up from the crib. So I always want to see somebody from South Florida go out there and get it, man. So D'Angelo Ponds, that's who I'm looking forward to for this.
But it's all right. Let all them teams sleep on the man. Let the Rams scoot that bud real quick. Because it'd be the players like that. It'd be the players like that. For example, if I'm not mistaken, Aaron Donald had a really bad, not really bad. He had a great grade, but his intangibles, like the comments that people were making, small. Arms not long enough,
tripping.
Bro, y'all tripping. Boy, Hall of Famer, first ballot.
Low key might be the best like, I know I'm probably...
No, you saying it right. You saying it right.
But low key might be the best defensive player ever.
You hear what I'm saying? But it's them people right there that you talk about, like, their size and the things that you focus so much on their cons just because of the intangibles, right? Not when you just cut on the film. And it's the people like that fly under the radar and they end up being Hall of Famers. You end up being second, third round, fourth round draft picks and end up being Hall of Famers.
No, but Ponds it'll be a good pick for y'all for sure. And it'll fit y'all system because Indiana, they play a good amount of zone, good amount of man. He's that boundary corner, locking stuff up. So that'd be great. He gonna stick his face in the fan. I guess the last person I can't wait to see if he does perform at the combine, Jeremiah Love. Obviously, he's a guy you would expect
running back
to tear the combine up. He should possibly run 4.3 and tear it up. So he could be a first round pick. I always love to see running backs get drafted in the first round. If he goes out there and does what he needs to do, he very well could be a top 15 pick. Dude's a freak.
But that's a guy, bro, that I don't think should run in the combine, bro. Like, that's a guy I don't think should run because it's like we talk about how much we talk about how the combine can help some guys, right? But I think the combine is going to help those guys that are on the bubble, maybe like guys that you don't see going early. But the ones that can get hurt the worst are the ones that you expect to go, first round, second round, things like that. You expect them to run something because they creating all this separation on tape, right? But then they stumble out the gate or something like that in a 40. They ended up, 0.1, 0.2 seconds off from what you expected, and then there goes their opportunity. That's a guy I don't think should run. Like, I think he'll put up the numbers perfectly fine, but why even risk that? You're already the best running back on the board. There's a lot of teams out here that need a bell cow running back, so don't do that to yourself.
But that running back, you got to solidify that thing though. Like, you know what I mean?
Bro, it's solidified. Name another running back that. Yes, it is. Name another running back.
I'm saying even if you're the best back, that don't mean you go in the first round. But if you go to that combine, you run 4.3, then like
you run 4.3, but you mess around, you run 4.4, high 4.4.
You still be all right.
It's just so crazy.
Because Ashton Jensen didn't run last year and went top 5.
Did he not run it?
No, Ashton Jensen didn't run last year. I don't think so.
But it was different. Ashton was going digital.
Yeah.
Jeremiah was going digital.
Jeremiah Love was going digital too.
But not like what Ashton would do.
Ashton Jensen probably had another 150 carries on the season.
No,
he was averaging like 40 a game.
He was also on a different team to where he had to carry that job.
That's facts.
It was what it was. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be interesting, man. Combine, I don't think it should hold as much weight as what it does to with some of these organizations. Your tape should matter the most. Turn on the tape. If you like the player's tape, then hey, go draft them. I think that should carry the most weight over a 40-time, a vertical, a broad jump. Like, yeah, that's great and all, but how often are you actually doing these movements when you're playing the game of football? Like,
you running a 40-yard dash to go catch somebody on the opposite side of the field, not to come down into a box and make a form tackle in the
for the life of me, y'all boys. I don't understand, right? Specifically for the corner position. I know so many, like, it's not even I know. You see it every freaking Sunday when you cut the TV on. All these corners that run 4.3, run 4.2, and they still getting still getting cooked. Like,
my receiver that run a 4.5, ran a 4.6.
Which for the life of me, all right, I could understand, maybe 5, 10 years, however many years ago, where it's like, all right. But at some point, when does it like, all right, bro, we keep drafting these corners that's running 4.3s and they can't cover. Like, It's seeming like it's never
not registering.
not registering, no. But
I have no idea, bro.
Like at what point in the game, outside of going to go chase somebody down, are you ever getting out the block with your head down for 5 to 8 yards, rising up and running through 40? Never.
Even Steve probably got to change direction or something to go get him. Like it ain't just straight up dead straight
got to run around a blocker or something.
Yeah, I don't know, man, but I still probably be tuned in to some of it. Is what it is.
Yeah,
naturally,
sure.
Turn it on, see what's going on. just like to talk a little shit about it. I do think it's overvalued though with some of these GMs and all that. They got to tone it back a little bit.
Got to see an old lineman run a 4.6 this year.
that would be crazy. I mean, Jordan Davis, that boy, hey, I still can't believe. But then again, that boy scored this year. That boy might really run that time might be right. That boy moving. We'll turn the page. Then we talking about college football a little bit. Turn to college football a little bit.
No, go ahead. My fault. Sorry.
Okay, my fault. Talk about this Jacoby Lane, man. Jacoby Lane, he had a recruit go visit USC on his visit, and he walked away with quite a few things of Jacoby Lane's personal stuff out of his locker. That boy got towels, gloves, T-shirt. There's a bag full of stuff, man. It's pretty insane. I mean, kids like to get away with some stuff this year or these days when they go on these official visits. And
boy, that's
crazy. I almost said that motherfucker took he took everything out of his locker right there.
He training for the combine too and all that stuff, and then got a recruit going to visit. And he probably knew he was gone.
You know what? He right. Yeah, dang. Hey, my thing is though, whoever the kid is, bro. Now when I said, stealing is a no, regardless.
But no, to use gloves and a used towel.
If you a recruit, they give you this shit now. They give it to you, bro. What you stealing for? Just ask.
Nah, they don't. I don't think they do they?
Yeah, bro. Nowadays, bro, Warren, they'll give you that stuff, bro. You want
Yeah.
I don't know if this guy is one of those guys, but I know down here, all them kids from the West.
We can find out. What's his IG again?
You in gloves and cleats. They give you that stuff.
Yeah, sure enough. Especially USC. They got
USC. You trying to tell me to get you to come to USC? I just got to give you 3-4 pair of gloves and some socks. Here, man.
Let that boy be a
that boy locker and took everything. Well, he probably trying to sell that. It got to be something.
Yeah, he definitely trying to sell. He trying to come up
for sure.
No, that's crazy. That's foul for sure. I mean, like I don't get it. Like you can't obviously on your visit and whatnot, man. But you don't go digging. Like I don't know how it all happened, but you don't go digging in somebody's locker, and then you you literally had the nerve to post it on social media,
bro.
Acting like the man ain't going. You know, people go tag and this and that. Like
these kids these days, but different, man.
I truly don't
he a low 3-star.
He a low 3-star?
Star's gonna be gone now.
Yes,
boy.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't know who. Yeah. You done messed yourself up, dog.
You better show out this year. You gotta cut up.
My dog be at Cal Poly. Shout out.
We'll see, man. Last but not least, man, we had KD. I don't even know the situation. Y'all could probably explain a little bit better than me, but it was a burner account. Kind of gave you some information. I don't know. You know a little bit better than me, so I'll let you explain what happened.
K had a burner account where he was talking a little, trash about some of his teammates. Now, we don't know. Obviously, it has to be Kevin Durant's burner account. But come to find out, brother, he didn't fire everybody from his media company. So, Boardroom they've been making a lot of noise. He got a real big social media presence. And I guess, hey, somebody got to be the fall guy or something. They said they asked who, and nobody said nothing. And them boys clean house on everybody. Could you imagine that, y'all boys? Like, you go to work, you ain't got nothing to do with this. But John done, he
screwed up and messed it up for you.
messed up for everybody, and everybody get clipped. Oh no, bro. Oh no.
No, I mean,
no.
KD gotta chill too, though, man. I know he loved Twitter, he loved talk. Like, that's his way to interact with the fans. But it's like, come on, man. At some point, you gotta cut it out, dog. Like, especially you talking about your teammates. That's wild. That's foul too, KD. Like, you too old to be doing that at this point. I expect like the younger bucks to be doing stuff like that. But I know it's entertaining for him, like what he does and trolling and everything like that. Dang, to fire everybody, that's crazy.
And you don't need a burner, bro. You KD.
Just say what you gonna say.
Which just lead me to think like, and he ain't addressed it, right? Like I seen some stuff out like Kevin Durant ain't tweeted in a week, and he ain't did that since. It's a long time since my dog ain't hit the button. But I mean, bro, you like he said in the interview, man, you know who I am. Like, bro, you don't got. If it is true, dog, you ain't got to do it from the burner account, bro. You say it with your chest like you've been doing, and
that's facts.
Keep pushing.
Yeah, to me, then it might have had to be somebody else creating a burner account for him. If that's the case. It had to be that.
That's why I own. But it's so crazy because all this happened. Like it rarely do shit. Never have we got the moments where it was like you seen it in the All-Star game. Like he out on the court, like you could tell something going on, fam. I'm in some smoke. Whole demeanor changed, everything. So it's a real situation. I just wonder if we'll ever know or get down, to the bottom of
somebody will find out.
What somebody that works for boardroom gonna spill it eventually. So
for sure.
It's gonna happen.
Oh, you fire me? Oh, say less.
Yeah. Or they done signed that NDA, man. Hey.
It's over with, yeah.
Hey, that's where that anonymity come in. You got anonymous tip.
Somebody still gonna say it. People don't care these days.
Oh, for sure. They're gonna get that information anonymous.
Yep.
Yeah. That's how you get around that NDA for sure.
Be on TMZ before we know
right there.
Hey, bro, TMZ. You want the tip? Hey,
man, come off that cheese, man.
The whole story. Oh man.
Oh man, but that's a wrap for the Money Down podcast on the Believe Network, presented by FanDuel. Appreciate you guys tapping into another episode with us. Keep liking, keep subscribing, keep showing love. Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate it.